Hey guys, in this video I'm going to do a short DIY on how to replace or rebuild the vacuum pump on an N62 engine. This is a BMW X5 2005, and I'm also going to touch on how to replace the O-ring on the bottom hose that leaks. And once you remove the 4 pins, all you have to do is pull up, that will come up, and then you will have more access to the intake system. After you remove the intake plan, you have to take or remove the intake cover, so you have access to the bolts it's connected to the intake and the throttle body, and then you will have access to the vacuum pump, which is right there. There you can see how oily it is. It's been sipping oil. It's not really dripping, but I caught it on time, and I'm gonna replace that. For removing the intake cover, all you need to do is remove 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and that should come right up. If you don't have enough space for this one, make sure you have 1/4 set, and that will give you enough clearance to remove it. 3/8, you can fit it in there, but it's really tight. You're gonna be rubbing on the upper part, and this is a T30, if I believe by memory. All right, once you remove that intake valve, the cover, you'll have access to this bolt. And this bolt, it's what holds your intake to your throttle body. And this is homemade. It's for that airline. It's the best I can do. It works. It's been a few miles there, more like a year. Hasn't fallen off, so it's all good. All right. Once you remove the intake, you have access to the pump. First of all, let me set this up. Sorry. You need to remove this and pull it up carefully. Try not to break it. I replaced mine some time ago because I broke it. So yeah. And then those down there are E8. The setup I'm going to use, it's 1/4 ratchet, 3-inch extension, and the E8. Alrighty. Alright guys, this is how it looks. It has 3 bolts, and all you have to do is pull it out. So you can see it's sipping oil for quite a while. That O-ring, so you can tell, is flat. That's no bueno. That's when they start leaking. Kit that I bought was from manufacturer Dorman, part number 917-146. It contains this bigger O-ring for the outside and the small one for the backside, where it makes the timing cover and all the hard wire necessary. So 6 bolts. And once you remove the part, this is how it looks. And then of course, once you gotta put it in, you have to make sure that, give me 1 second, that aligns with the pump. It's only a one-way. You cannot put it in a different way because it's offset. So do not worry if you remove it and don't remember. It is offset just a little bit, but it is. Alright, so next I'm going to go ahead and somewhat clean it on top and open it. And once I already have these bolts ready to go loose, I will get back to you. Alright guys, once you remove the 6 bolts, this is how it's supposed to look on the inside. And if this is not there, and there's a little small bits down there, it's bad. This is how it's supposed to look. and how this thing works. So I can take it out with one hand. It spins, and it creates vacuum as it spins. Yes, there is supposed to be oil in there. That's how it loops itself. And now I'm gonna remove this outer O-ring, which is flat, somewhat flat. Let's go ahead and remove that. Clean the surface, mating surfaces, and put the other 6 bolts back. And the tool you need for that is a T25 or Torx Bits 25. And I believe, I'm not even sure, I will have to go check, but just by the size of this, guys, looks like 8 Newton meter will be sufficient for it to hold the top to the vacuum pump itself. Once it's everything set, torque down, turn it around, and start removing the bottom O-ring to do the same procedure. And if in like this one you have seal from previous installation, you will need to clean it out as best as you can. Make sure there's no oil on the mating surfaces, and do the same on the engine side. Make sure there's no oil or there's no previous silicone that needs to be out, so it creates a nice seal. If not, it's going to leak again. This is how a new O-ring is supposed to look. You see how you can see it that is taller than the actual part. That's how O-ring is supposed to look. If it's flat or hard, it means it's bad. And now all you have to do is put it back. Make sure this is straight, because if it's sideways, it's kind of hard. It falls over. So if you need to turn it to the 12 o'clock, just engineer yourself to it, because it's a pain, but you can get it. Alright guys, if you happen to be doing this and the cam part is 6 to 9, and I'm sorry, 3 to 9, and not 12 to 6, you might need to spin the engine. If you are lucky enough that it actually stopped from 12 to 6 or 6 to 12, you are lucky. For me to have clearance, I don't have clearance. I need to remove my fan. Easy enough. Is taking 1-2 tabs out, disconnecting and removing the little tabs, and having the cable on the side, and removing the fan plug. Once you remove that, all you need to is pull the fan up, and be careful you don't catch the little hoses that goes there, like right here, and there's another one down there that I have already removed. See, there it is, and the other one here also removed somewhat. I'm gonna remove it now, and pull straight up, and then you have enough clearance to spin the engine from the front. Once you remove the fan, this is how it will look. You'll have plenty of space. I believe that nut is 24. I do not have a 24. The closest one I have is a 1/116, and you'll need to spin it counterclockwise until the little cam where the vacuum pump rests on the camshaft will be 12 to 6. There you can see the cam is straight 6 to 12. And now you should put your vacuum pump and tight everything. I also believe it's 8 Newton meters of torque on those 3 outer bolts. Once you have it back, this is how it should look. All you need to do now is put the vacuum hose back. and tight it and put everything back how it goes. Now, if you have, let me see how I can show you that little guy right there. Let me see if I can make it adjust to this. That little guy, you see how it's leaking there. I will change that O-ring now. So to remove this sensor, all you need to do is unplug, pull up, and you remove it. As you can see around it, it's wet because I already did it. I'm doing this to show you guys, but do make sure that there is no pressure in the system, cooling system. And once there's no pressure in the cooling system, all you have to do is unclip it. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Pulled up, and everything should stay down there. Now, if you have pressure in the system, it's gonna come out, like it happened to me. Don't be that guy. Don't do it. Place the O-ring and plug it in. Call it good. Now, I'm going to put the fan back on, and then I'm gonna reverse it. Of course, plug in the MAF and everything. I'm gonna go reverse and clean everything because I have coolant and oil that was dripping from the vacuum pump. I'm gonna clean everything and then assemble everything back together, and that's pretty much how you do this job. Thank you guys for watching.